You people from other parts of the world, you don't know these Ugandans. Uganda is so nice. Even if you are a fool, you can survive here. In other parts of the world, if you are a fool, you die. And the matter is resolved.
Before we start, please like the video and subscribe to this channel for the best African travel content on YouTube. When visiting Kampala or any other African city, I recommend first staying downtown, where you will find the best infrastructure and everything you need within walking distance. I stayed at the HBT Russell in the middle of the city. For $50 a night, the room was a steal. Located on top of a massive shopping plaza, it is easy for guests to find everything from forex bureaus to restaurants and shops within the same building. But if you have a bigger budget, you also have even more options. Uganda has all the major Western hospitality brands such as Hilton, Sheraton, and the Four Seasons. It also has some excellent local options like the luxurious Pearl of Africa. This property has one of the most gorgeous lobbies I have ever seen, a careful blend of European and African aesthetics, with rooms starting at $100 per night. But no one travels just to spend their whole day at a hotel. Next, you'll want to explore the city. I linked up with Emmanuel Gambaromba, a local who works as a licensed tour guide. Ugandans are very hospitable people, and what starts off as business can turn into real friendship. City tours in Uganda usually cost $50 to $100 per day, but like everything in Africa, prices are negotiable. If you're a history buff, make sure to check out Uganda's Independence Monument, a nod to both its past and its future.
So, the Uganda Independence Monument signifies that a new generation had been birthed when Uganda got her independence in 1963, and the past generation had gone by, the one that was under colonialism, and a new generation had come by.
admire the sights and sounds of Uganda's big city life. This is the Africa you don't see on TV. When you're done with modern life, head over to Old Kampala, the hill where the whole city began. Packed with people and covered in Uganda's iconic rust orange dust, this is the stronghold of the country's Muslim community. If you want a unique treat, visit the National Mosque, with construction started in the 1970s and finished with the help of Libya's Muammar Gaddafi in 2006. It is the second largest mosque in Africa and one of the biggest in the world.
Man does all transgress. Because he considers himself self-sufficient.
If you have the stamina, make sure to climb its skyscraper minaret for some of the best views of Kampala. In Uganda, most shopping is done at traditional style markets like Owino Market, which is the biggest in the country. In the nearby streets, you can find everything from roasted fish to fried crickets. They taste a lot like seafood, lobsters and crabs to be exact. But the real adventure starts inside the market, which is a labyrinth of small stores and boutiques. The first few shops sell things like clothing and shoes, but as you go deeper into Owino, you start to see interesting spices and local foods like chicken, geese, and doves. These dried fish come from Lake Kivu. But the most interesting part of the market is the cultural section, where local vendors sell dried tobacco along with traditional herbs used for rituals or to treat a variety of ailments. Uganda is a predominantly Christian country, but the old ways are never far from people's minds.
By pregnant mothers. They eat it to help them. They say it's locally believed that it helps to keep the baby inside healthy. This stone. Even my mom used to eat it.
In Uganda, culture and tradition reign supreme, and nowhere is this more evident than in the central region, which is home to the legendary Buganda Kingdom. When visiting Kampala, be sure to immerse yourself in the rich history of this culture by visiting the Katsubi royal tombs.
And the other gate there is only for the king. Down there? Yes, yes.
This UNESCO World Heritage Site is the burial ground for 4 of the kingdom's old kings, called Kabakas. The original tomb was massive, but it burned down in 2010, so tourists have to visit these smaller structures until the main one is rebuilt.
This house is called Bujabukula, the first house from Tesa 1. It is supposed to have 2 royal guards, one supposed to sit this side, another is supposed to sit the other side. The main chief guard is called Mulamba. Mulamba is a title given to him. He comes from a mushroom clan. His deputy is called Insigo. Insigo is also a title given to him. He comes from a buffalo clan.
The architecture of these smaller structures is impressive, and remember, they are nowhere near the scale of the original. Next, check out the Kabakas Palace. Built in 1885, it was the residence of Uganda's kings and president until 1966, when the country's then Prime Minister, Milton Obote, seized power via a coup. Later, the area was taken over by Uganda's notorious dictator, Idi Amin, who used it as an armory. Head deeper into the compound to visit his torture chambers.
Blindfolded, then thrown in the back of the truck, driven around Kampala for several hours so they wouldn't know where they were being taken. But finally, they'll end up here within Kampala city. And reaching here, you see the line down there? That was the level of water in this place. And then, as we entered on the right, there's that black cable. That was an electricity switch. So we bring the victims, place them in the water, and turn on the electricity, electrocuting them on and off as we are being questioned. And after getting the information he wanted, these people were put in the cells right here, where they would die of starvation and suffocation. And at times, when he had brought others to torture, and the cells were already full, he would throw out the weakened ones down here and kill them with electricity, provide space for the fresh ones he had brought. And after killing them, the bodies were thrown on the streets in Kampala as a warning to other people, others given to the crocodiles in River Nile, and others were buried within the palace here in the mass graves.
Uganda has had a challenging history, but it isn't all doom and gloom. In this section, we'll talk about hanging out in the city. If you want to have fun in Kampala, look no further than Kololo, a high-end neighborhood known for its shopping, entertainment, and nightlife. There are plenty of options to keep yourself busy. Start off with some rounds of golf at the Kampala golf course. Locals like to hang out at the Acacia Mall, which is known for two of Uganda's best restaurants, Cafe Siri and Cafe Javas. I used to think Rwanda was the classiest country in Africa, but not anymore. Uganda wins that one by a landslide. As it gets later, you'll want to grab dinner. Thankfully, Uganda has some of the best food on the continent. Locals enjoy a variety of street foods ranging from sausages and roasted chicken to fish. It is always super well seasoned and tastes amazing. So far, I would say Uganda has the best street food in Africa, even better than Nigeria, which is the second runner-up. But if you really want to eat like a local, check out one of Kampala's many pork joints, where you can find this super flavorful meat either grilled or fried to perfection. The very best pork can be found at Chedondo Rugby Field. Enjoy their super tender pork loin with a cold beer as you watch the athletes practice and compete. It's getting late, and in some African countries this might be time to go to bed, but not in Uganda. Here, things are just getting started. In the next video, we will explore Uganda's epic nightlife, and if that is something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all my content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.